Hey Shaddi, I wanted to show you what I was coming up with for your little floor pattern design. I tried a few different things with the default texture pack and not really too fond of the checkerboard look or even the smaller patterns, but you have such a large space. What I thought that might be cool was rimming some areas off with maybe the regular wood texture, but in a less expensive route. The birch actually does really good with wool. Now, depending on what kind of setup you have in your world, I'm not really sure, but with cocoa beans and a spider form, you can produce infinite amounts of brown wool without breeding tons of sheep. And also, if you want this to be a little more intricate, it's really hard to tell because my platform is nowhere near the size of yours. But I'm just trying to get your brain working around maybe a few concepts that you might like. On a smaller or larger scale, if you want to get a little bit more expensive, let's see, I have four right here. Let's do this and surround it with birch. I'm sorry, spruce. And then right in the middle, you can do this even or odd, really, but and then just patternize it with a workbench, kind of like I did in my library, and you get that sort of look. Now you can do that really large, and even if you think about it, without all the bordering, like you don't need to use this outside bordering, you can just go straight to spruce. Or you can offset it whether it's an odd pattern or an even pattern, but just sporadically putting some of these benches here and there also look pretty good. And again, you can just border it. Now you can also think in larger terms and say, well, if I have this pattern, maybe I can just use this entire size as one tile. So instead of having just this pattern across the floor, you can use this entire segment, like cut it off here, as one tile and repeat that tile or whatever you come up with. Like I said, it's really hard to figure out without repeating, but it gives it a little bit of variation, instead of just angles or squares or checkers or whatever. So I hope this helps you, buddy.